What's up? Right now, you're looking at the aftermath of a crazy back and chest workout. Check it out for yourself.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that
All right, guys, we're gonna get started with lat dumbbell flies. One of my favorite movements, and it's a great substitute from the conventional pec deck. What you guys are gonna see today is day one of my 3-day split. So I'm going old school with it. I'm going heavy free weight, very old school. We got day one, which is chest and back. Day two, which is delts and arms, and day three is legs. What do we do after that 3 days? 1 day of rest, and then we repeat.
a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you.
Everybody kind of does like kind of a fly press, but that couldn't be the furthest thing from wrong. What you really got to do is pretend like you're hugging a tree, okay? So your elbows stay bent the entire time. You don't straighten them out at the end. I want you guys to pay attention to the range of motion. Let the weight work for you, okay? What I mean by that is let gravity really stretch you out. Get that pectoral muscle to really stretch out. Fill out with blood because we're gonna need it for the next exercise. All right, exercise number 2. We are going to the mass builder. There is no substitute for the incline barbell press. Take a look at this. A lot of you complain that your chest isn't growing because when you lay on the pad, you're usually laying like this, where the delts are in front of the chest. But what I do is rotate my shoulder blades backwards, okay? Now I'm putting myself in a position to hit those pectorals. The reason I'm doing this new routine, this 3-day split, is because I kind of got bored of just doing chest on Monday, back on Tuesday, legs on Wednesday, blah, 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 the bro split. So really this forces me to increase my intensity. Also keeps me away from all these cables and machine movements because if I'm only doing 3 exercises per body part, I want to make sure that they're heavy, free weight. You've got to touch the iron. All right, we saved the best for last, guys. Exercise number 3 for pecs is the decline barbell press. This movement has gotten forgotten about for so many years. And really, if you want a full round chest, you cannot neglect this movement because it hits the entire pec. Two tips on this movement. What we're doing is we're bringing the bar actually below the nipple. We're not bringing nipple height, we're not bringing it above, below the nipple, and really driving through at the bottom. Done right, you should feel a great stretch right underneath and to the side of your pec. I always wanted to be able to do this when I was a kid. I used to watch wrestling, like Big Papa Pump and Hulk Hogan and all these guys on WWF, and they all could do this. And now, after 3 sets, I could do this. You see, I didn't use a tremendous amount of weight. This exercise doesn't call for that. What this does call for is contraction, contraction, contraction. The muscle doesn't know weight. It only knows contraction. All right, here's the warm-up for our back exercises. I don't count this as a real exercise, but I like to do 2 sets of pull-ups. Take a look at my form. Chest all the way up to the bar, guys. Try to bend the bar at the top. If you're like most people out there, you start your back workout with the lat pull down, the cable lat pull down. But the lat pull down only goes so far. You don't get that full range. When you're going on pull-ups, you're actually forcing and driving yourself, kind of as if you're bending the bar at top, accentuating the lats, giving you a sick contraction.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my fucking mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. I tell you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big.
The real exercise number 1 is old school T-bar rows.
Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase that, face it. I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I don't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it up.
Take a look. Full range of motion, stretching out the lats entirely. elbows back, drive them towards the ceiling, and hold before going down again. So as you guys probably already noticed, we're doing heavy compound movements today. Free weight, very taxing on your cardiovascular system, but you know what they say, you got to row to grow, baby. There's one thing I want to mention, guys. We don't always need an entire week to recover from a body part. Maybe 3 days, maybe 4 days, 5 days, depending on how your nutrition is. But if you could train 2 body parts a day and recover in 3 or 4 days, I totally suggest you try this split out.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts.
We are doing a barbell row, but I do it a little differently. I don't go totally parallel. In the past, I went very parallel, but I didn't really feel so much in my lats. Now I notice when I stand a little more upright, a little more activation in these lats back here.
Can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn.
Now what I'm doing here is I'm going under with my grip. And although I'm bent over, my chest isn't caved in. I'm actually rolling my shoulder blades back. I'm really driving those elbows as back far as I can to get more contraction and squeeze at the top. Don't just do the reps. Make the reps count by squeezing.
Just tell me that I can.
This is the bent over dumbbell row, improvised slightly. Because when I used to do this off the rack standing, I used too much legs. But what I do is I go on the incline, brace my elbow, and this really helps isolate my lower body, focusing primarily on just that lat muscle.
Please say anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my fucking mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots.
Two important things I'm doing here is I'm stretching all the way down. And I'm also contracting all the way up, but with keeping my chest upright. You see many people, their chests are caved in, they're bringing the dumbbell here, not a lot of contraction. When you make that adjustment, lots of contraction.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you.
That's it. That's all I got, guys. Listen, this 2 body parts, chest and back on the same day is crazy. Blood is going forward, blood is going backwards. It's nutty. Try it out for yourself.
Tell me that I can.